Trying to get where I can block the wind off here out of the old farm truck. We'll see. Maybe too windy. What's everybody doing today? See if I can get this in here this way. Good morning. Let's see how this is gonna work. Somebody's ready to attack already. It's gonna be windy today, guys. I'm sorry. I'm gonna try to shorten this thing down some, so at least my phone may not fall over as far. If it does. Everybody hang tight. It's a little crooked. I don't know. Can you zoom back any on here? I guess not. Old Rufaloof over there. I hate when they beat me to the feature off. As you can see, they are strategically placed. Hey, from where? Strategically placed to make it extremely difficult for me to get in there. It's gonna blow right in my face. Let's drop those in there. That'll occupy them for a second. Give me time. There ain't no way y'all are that hungry. I bought this bulk feed and I think I'm just feeding them more now. Rufus for the shield. See, here she goes. Big Boss bought me the pink bucket so I wouldn't lose it. Don't talk bad about my pink bucket. And you know what, actually? It's kind of like a cheap pair of sunglasses. I've lost every bucket besides that bastard. Yeah, she'll come around here in a second. I do like that bucket. I'm not afraid to wear a pink bucket. Why does Roxanne do that? Because she is dominant. She is the female version of a Rufus. Bagels. Thank you. You did not have to do that. Is that Deborah? Thank you. I'm just not learning how to use this thing, guys. I don't even have any moderators on here yet. I don't even know if you can. Deborah, thank you. You guys are awesome. Greetings, Brent. I'm gonna stay back here and read so I can stay out of y'all's way and you can watch them. Then I'll get in there and rough up Roro here in a minute. Yeah, I didn't know that I didn't have to be in the screen the whole time. So some of these other ones, you have to be in the screen. Hang on, let me see who sent that. Randy, thank you, sir. You guys are gonna make me work for this today, aren't you? Oh my God, you guys. Maria Williams, thank you. And I missed one. Was that Kelly S? Oh my God, I'm not gonna keep up with this, you guys. There's a way to slow this down. Oh man, thank y'all so much. Belgium, thank you. You guys don't have to do all that. But I will tell you this, they do enjoy the feed. Open a can. I've got this thing in the phone stand where it's blocking the long comments. Well, I've been buying 1,500-pound bags of feed, and thank you. And yeah, I feel bad though. Is that Earth? Thank you. Good Lord, you guys. You guys making my day here. We're gonna build these guys a big old barn right here where they're standing. As soon as I get my well drillers done. It's been so cold, it's kind of stalled everything out. Roro, where'd you go? I can't even keep up with you guys. Is there a way to say thank you at the end of this too? Nikki. Jeez, y'all. 1,500 pounds of feed. So I didn't think they would like it as well, but if I buy 1,500 pounds, I basically get 500 pounds free because of the price difference. And I didn't think they would like it because it's a bulk feed. Roro, you looking for me? But as you can see, they seem to really love it. and it's supposed to be a lot better for them to digest with it being milled up finer. It takes them a little bit longer to feed it, and I need to weigh a few of these buckets so I can try to figure out exactly how much I'm giving them. Roxanne, oh, look at her bag. I just noticed that. We got some pretty decent changes today. If y'all can see her right there. Where's my finger? You can see her bag starting to hang down now. She's next for the baby. Yeah, I need to weigh it. Doesn't really matter. Rufus won't come up for air. Hey, from Kentucky. Who all is on here? Rufus, you wild man. Yep, you can buy Rufus t-shirts at rufusthebull.com. Atlanta. I got a lot of people in Atlanta, actually. I can see where people are from. One cool thing I found out, can y'all hear me all right? One cool thing I found out was on our shop, our store online for the Rufus merch, I can see globally, whenever y'all get onto the store, it's so crazy to see, who was that? Let me see who this is. In House Knot, and I cannot figure out to see who that S up there is. But I appreciate you. But I can see globally, it's pretty cool to see in every country. I got a buddy that's in the Air Force, and he's in Germany. And he was talking about, he was walking around the base, and he went into town. I can't remember if it was on the base or in town, but he said somebody come walking by wearing a Rufus shirt in Germany. And he goes, he texts me and he goes, "You're not going to believe this." He goes, "I got to go talk to this person." And Nikki is my #1 fan usually. She's really, I think she owns the most merch, the most everything on the planet. She is the Rufus #1 fan everywhere. But it was so cool to see him message me from Germany and say somebody was wearing a shirt. Super chat required. I think I have everything turned on now. Y'all tell me if I don't. By the way, if you start your live horizontally, you can't change it. You have to restart your live. Nikki. He actually is. I know, as crazy as that is to think about, but we have, Rufus have made it around the old planet here some. That is so crazy to me. I have so many different veterans and so many different people come up to me in public and shake my hand and say that, and that's why we just keep on doing what we're doing, and we love doing what we're doing. But so many different people have come up to me and shake my hand and said, "You've got me through this week, you've got me through that week, you got me through this day," just with humor and just Rufus. You never know whose day you're going to change. Roro is like, "What is everybody doing over here? And why is he talking to this black thing on this stand?" I appreciate y'all watching. We just, listen, this is the real as it gets. And me and Paisley started this a long time ago. And we said we was going to show everybody everything that happens on a farm. And that's what we've done, good or bad. Sometimes there's bad, sometimes there's good. A lot of fun though, sure is a lot of fun. Losing Freddie last winter was sure rough, but It's just how it goes on the farm. I told Paisley, I said, I don't know if I want to show that on here. And she said, yeah, we told him we would show him everything that happens. And then when we lost Lucky a couple years ago now, I said the same thing. And she was like, nope. We will be. Paisley's hardcore, okay? She'll be back. Paisley's going to be back. She was a little bit too little, and there was too many people taking photos and screenshots on our lives and all kinds of weird stuff. And it's Alex Nash. Thank you. This thing is going so fast. Yeah. So I kind of removed her from the scene, her little face, because I was having such a hard time getting them removed. So now she's about as tall as me now, and pretty scrappy. So, well, what got me was I couldn't get these things removed. And I hated seeing fake accounts with Paisley on there. So, anyways, she's going to be back. She's been aching. But if you want to see some real Rufus love, whenever she walks out there with Rufus, it just turns into a big old dopey derp, basically. And just watches me the whole time. So you got to appreciate that. No, we're in Northwest Arkansas, and Sandy, thank you. Nightwalker, thank you. I'm starting to catch up now, I think. Northwest Arkansas, we're in the mountains. You cannot see Rufus from any road. He is stashed away back in here. Although he has crossed a couple main roads before. Judy Clark, thank you. Vio Knob. Ooh, big. Oh, yeah, we got an Arkansas boy in here. Or girl, I couldn't see who that was exactly. But Rufus has made it to a major highway and torn down the fence on one side and torn down the fence on the other side and got in and bred somebody's cows and got in a garage, ate a bunch of dog food, and took a giant crap all over the guy's garage. He goes, how do you know we'll only see your bull? We'll know he's yours for sure because it was mixed in with about 200 cows. And I said, oh, trust me, we'll know. And he was driving one of the new Rangers, and it was like one of the like $40,000 Rangers with air conditioning, radio, and everything. And I was like, I don't really think this is a good idea, but he was insisting on taking his Ranger out in the field, and I was like, man, I appreciate you so much doing this, but it's not a good idea to go out in this field and try to find Rufus on a Ranger. He doesn't like them. He's like, we've got 100 cows out here, however many. And I was like, I yelled one time for Rufus. He comes out of the whole herd running at us. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm going to be paying 40 grand for a Ranger in a second. The funniest part was the old man didn't see that Rufus had pooped all over in his garage. So I went back the next day and I said, I think he might have got in your garage. And he goes, do you think he might have got in the garage? And Roxanne, it was one of the good ones. I saw some the other day on there for like 60 grand. I was like, are you kidding me? Let me see if I can scoot this down, not hang up on you guys. All right, I can read a little better now. Big left for the Denmark. Thank you. Rangers should sponsor. You know, I'm going to talk to Polaris. Is the wind bad, guys? I'm going to talk to Polaris and see what they don't want to see their machine get destroyed on the internet, I think. And I think 110% for sure, if I get a new Ranger, I'm going to get straight at Rufus with it. So we know that's coming. It's going to look like, you know, this is why I should shut up. Actually, we'll drive it around and be very respectful, okay? You know, I was looking through some of the numbers, and I think that Polaris actually has been tagged over, I think it was 25 or 30 million tags, if y'all can believe that. We're at 4 billion views right now. We're averaging around 100 million per month, with around 6 million comments per month. We are actually, guys, I had no idea, and I'm not bragging about this, until just the other day. I was looking at our numbers and I put them all together, and then I put them all in the system. And we are in the 0.1% on YouTube and as a creator. Can you believe that? 0.1%. I thought it said 1.0%. It said 0.1%. What's so funny is I asked ChatGPT, I talked to ChatGPT like it's my best friend, you know. I've actually gotten her to cuss a little bit and talk to me in foul language and try to put everything. And so I ask her questions all the time. And she doesn't know how to respond to that because it's so, the numbers are so high. I guess there's not a lot to compare to. Anyways, I thought it was funny. Roro's trying to eat something with Dad. Look at her. She's like, what are you eating down there? She really won't eat anything for a while. That's right. We give old Rufus a voice. I give everything a voice. Every animal. I give people voices. If I see a homeless person walking down the street and they're talking to themselves, I will tell you what they're thinking and what they're saying. And I've done that my whole life. And I give my family a voice whenever they're not talking. And I give all my animals, as soon as I see their personality a little bit, I start adding personalities to them. And I feel like I'm pretty good at it. I feel like I've nailed Rufus. Rufus is sensitive, okay? Redford is very sensitive too. Nancy, thank you. Redford, I actually favor Redford being a little bit more sensitive, and I know that's kind of weird, but Redford throws a giant fit every day. Every day. M. NASCAR, thank you. I don't Ranger, but I want a sad real buggy. Expensive, it's $100. Yeah, that would be nice. We're on the side of a mountain in Arkansas, and okay, so check back in. I don't know if she put them all back in today or not, but there should be the inventory. Should be back in. Sandy Dolan, thank you. You guys are building my corral right now. Like, seriously, like, that'll buy tons of post. And we'll be in a nice covered barn. That's why I built this pad. I just rented a dozer. I'm kind of doing it as I can afford it. And I built this pad. That was the first step. And now the materials will be going. Who was that? Sugar and Spice. Thank you. Rhonda looks super cute today. Rhonda is a baby doll of baby dolls. She has the best personality, and I think Roro hopefully follows along with that. Best investment I've ever made. The most money I've ever spent on a cow was Rhonda, and it's not because they wanted a ton of money for her. It was just the cattle market has gone astronomically high from what I'm compared to. Back when I was a kid, a bull like Rufus's size would be maybe 40 cents a pound. So 3,000 pounds would be $1,000 maybe. So Rhonda was quite expensive. My dad would have died if he knew, but he was old school. Bill, baby Bill, thank you. We're going to. By this time next year, by the end of summer, was a great idea. Do I have donations on? I don't even know what all I turned on. I toggled on everything I could find on there while I was looking. I'm not real good at some of this stuff. Roro decided she's gonna lay in here. We're on about 50. Rufus's field is about 20 acres. Redford's field's about 16 acres. And then where my house is going is on about 40, 35. So it's all woods and timber up there. The whole place has been, this whole entire place was woods. 90 acres a lot. Oh yeah, it's a lot. Well, to me it is. I mean, I know some farmers that, geez, you guys go so fast sometimes. Hi from Gold Coast, Australia. A lot of Australians follow Rufus. It's so cool. I'm gonna be honest with you. If there's any accent that I'm your best friend immediately, it's if you're Australian. And I don't know if that's from, I don't really understand that, but like, if you start speaking and you're like legit Australian, I'm your best friend. I mean, like, you're basically family at that point. Does anybody else feel that way? Is that weird? Scotland also, same thing. My buddies are always over there. Scotland, Ireland, and they go all over. Bigfoot, Highland cattle. Man, I'm gonna be honest with you. My next purchase, everything I buy is for myself, basically. The girls want something crazy like Highland or whatever. That's fine, but I want a miniature Hereford. I want a miniature Rufus so that I can fight with it and take out my frustrations. Because they love to play, and they're 400 pounds. Some of them are, you know, a mini will be up to 500 pounds. So how much fun would that be? Muffin Man, if y'all don't follow him, it's Matt with Muffin the Bull. He's great, but I would totally fight Muffin. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to get a hold of Rufus so bad, and I know is Roxanne Karen. Roxanne has the same demeanor as Rufus, but as a girl. So Rufus loves the girls. Lurch. I love the videos. Rufus Redford. Wait, where did that go? Feeling you got gold. Oh yeah, Big Boss is the glue. She's meaner than hell, though. I have to have that. If I have somebody like that, I'll run over top of people in my family, and I'm terrible about that. But Big Boss is very aggressive. I'm not a physically violent person, okay? I mean, I can be, obviously. Big Boss is physically violent. So just know if you get in an arguing match with her, there's something's going to come at you. I guarantee you she can throw a remote to you that's spinning and spiraling at about 7 miles an hour, 8 miles an hour in such a pattern that you can't catch it no matter how hard you try. And it's headed towards the brim of your nose. And it's coming at you end over end. It's in like some kind of weird dimension of speed that you can't catch. You'll see it coming and it'll crack you like the bone, like not even the soft spot. And that's not even out of being mad. That's just tossing you the remote. But she also, here's one of her best traits. She also can talk at the exact volume that I can't hear. And rotate her head in a couple different directions at the same time while I can't hear her. I will be running around in a circle trying to capture the volume. And you, God forbid you ask, huh? Head explosion right there. Nah, I love it. I pick at her so much, guys. You can imagine. She's very literal. Marie Goodfellow. Thank you. I think I know some good fellows around here. Actually, is that your name or is that just something you put in there? Here, Rufus got a... Any Herbert can be the new Lucky. I know, but I have to separate. Guys, this cold front came through in the last few days and it's driving me nuts. The ground's been frozen here again. And I don't know how to pronounce that. I wish I had cows. Oh, I got family. Fox, skunk neighbors called animals control cause. Oh no. Certified wildlife habitat. Well, guess what? In Arkansas, I think you're allowed up to like 4 raccoons or something. Rufus has been looking much cleaner in the last couple of videos. Well, I've got a new phone now too, and it's got the new camera and stuff on it. So I'm hoping that that gives us a little better video. It might be dusty right now too. But also, Rufus rolls in his own shit, okay? So by the time I get him clean, and I don't know if y'all can see all the bulldozing in the background down in here and down over here. But with all the root balls from the trees that I bulldozed up, he loves to rub on all that. So everybody's like, give Rufus a bath. I'm like, Rufus took a shit laying down and it smashed out of his butt onto his hip. Okay? Understand your audience, people. I love him. And he looked right at me. He held eye contact with me. And I'm like, whatever, dude. Like, I don't care if you smell crap all day and you're laying on the hay that you're about to eat. Look at him. He hasn't came up much, has he? He's afraid somebody else might get a bite. I gave him too much feed. They've been eating too long. I shouldn't feed them that much. Natural sunscreen. Bulls, you know, have y'all ever had your dog go roll on a dead animal? That's what a bull reminds me of with dirt. You know, you're walking down the road and there's something on the ditch and your dog flops over in it and you're like, oh God. Well, that's Rufus with dirt. And He is like a vacuum cleaner. When he split his chin really bad. I don't know if y'all remember that or been watching long enough, but was that 2 years ago now? I think it was either last winter. And so he has a pretty good split in his bottom lip that is kind of like a little trench. Good morning. And yeah, I know. If you get a white horse, it's the worst too. Freddie was so hard to keep clean. Matter of fact, you couldn't. But Rufus loves to rub his face on everything. Roxanne's the one that grooms everybody. Roxanne is a groomer. He did his Titan back up, but I was watching old videos of him when he was about the size of Roro, and is a Wagyu cow. I personally, nothing against the Wagyu, but like that's those cows are pretty much anchored in one spot, so they exercise zero, so that their fat is just marbled, solid fat through everything. It is, and the cows, yeah, they're pretty much tied and fed, and they don't get the best life. You know what I'm saying? Like, nothing against it. I will tell you one thing. People that eat grass-fed beef, I do eat beef. I will say that quietly around them. Yep, Wagyu lives in a spot their whole life, pretty much. Yes, you're right. But grass-fed beef, man, I am out. I do not. Depends on what kind of grass they're eating as to what they taste like. Debbie, thank you. And Rufus and Roxanne love to hunt acorns when they fall. And acorns are super bitter. So if you get cows that are chasing acorns and you do have to take one in, it will taste like a bitter acorn. Venison is better. We're allowed 6 deer in Arkansas. There's 70 deer this year. The deer actually have been grazing my bottom field down just by themselves. Is it okay for them? I have heard that horses, it's not good for horses to eat acorns. I've never had any problems out of cows eating acorns my entire life. Yeah, it depends on what kind of grass they're eating. Like, if they're just on grass. But corn, like meal like this, that stuff right there, it smells like a fresh bread baking. We gotta quit talking about eating beef on here. I know I found a spot here out of the wind, kind of. The old feed truck here is blocking the wind. I used to eat acorns I found in the woods. Well, is there anything wrong with you? You could be our test dummy. I've eaten them too, though, bud. So I would ask that question, but we all know there's something wrong with me. Definitely missed Lucky. I don't like grass-fed eggs. Eggs? I don't know if there's much different in eggs, though. Milk cows. Actually, we have a variety of everything here. Please post more old videos of Rufus Roro size. I do not have a ton. I have photos. I can figure out how to do a collage of some of those. I do have some of Paisley bottle feeding them. I think there's a couple on here. Grass-fed beef considered premium in Australia. I get it. It is here too. Everybody wants grass-fed, but corn-fed. Arkansas, we like our beef like we like our girls, corn-fed. That's what I'm not supposed to say on here. That's Big Boss has told me to stay away from comments like that, but you know, especially in the wintertime. Corn-fed in the wintertime is the best way to keep you warm, so my dad used to say. That's right. Like, I have a set of rules I'm supposed to follow. If y'all don't follow the Big Boss, she's on here. Her account got jacked up. It's the Big Boss 479. She's on here with the same behind the scenes stuff from me. I'm like, you should make an account and video all the stupid shit I do, because I do a lot of it. Is this your full-time job now? Not really, but kind of. I've taken off some time to try out going live, to try out doing this stuff for a few weeks or a month, and also to build my house, to get the foundation stuff done, my well drilled, and get all that stuff done. So if everything works out on here in the rest of these platforms, we're almost to breach the line, you know, cross that hump to where if everything stays like it is, that we're building a barn house as cheap as we can possibly build it, so that we can move out here and live on the farm and get out of our mortgage and be able to live out here with these guys. We live a little ways from here, so I'm in the construction business, and I know I've been around so many old guys with crazy humor. So with that said, well, if I can get my house built out here and get out of my mortgage, then I'll be so much more freed up. It takes a lot. Now we're about to have 11 cows. We got Rufus t-shirts, rufusthebull.com. Go over there and get you one. So this will be 11, 12. We'll have 12 cows by the end of the summer. And we don't sell any cows. Like, everybody stays here. So we're in Arkansas. Rufus hoodie, I'm wearing one. If you guys haven't been to the store, it's kind of dirty. But here's the hoodies. This is my favorite one. Could y'all see that, or was that too high? For the mortgage fund. Appreciate it. We're working on it. I have always hustled my whole life. I've just worked, and I have probably lost more stuff than a lot of people ever get in their entire life. With poor wife decisions, but I got a good one now. We've been married, I think, 14 years coming up in May. If y'all don't know, I have 4 kids. My oldest daughter is in the military. My oldest son is in the medical field. And my middle son works at the co-op, and he doesn't care whether he wears the same shoes on the same feet or not, or if he has as long as he's fishing or hunting or doing something, that's what he does. My oldest daughter, I was so disappointed when I was like 20 years old and I was having a girl. I was like, what am I gonna do with a girl? She is my partner. She is the original. She's one of the only females to carry the saw in the Army, so she thinks she's pretty bad. She's wild as a March hare, though, that girl. If she hadn't gotten the Army, I'm not really sure what was going to happen with her. She is wild, wild, wild. It was her decision. I mean, I did plant the seed, but I was like, we're going to get you in the military because you are wild. And I told her, I said, tell me one of your, she's been in there for, I don't know, this is her 5th or 6th year now. I said, tell me one of your funniest stories on during basic training. And she goes, yeah, she's a saw gunner. She actually went to the, she thought she was getting into something a little easier, I think. And she went into the fueler. She's an E4. I'm going to get it wrong. Whatever I say is wrong. But she's an E4 fueler gunner. And I said, hey, sis, Nikki, thank you. I said, what do you think the first thing that people aim at in war? And she's like, hopefully the fuel so I can shoot at somebody. And I said, okay, just making sure. But she thought it was going to be a little easier and ended up E5 specialist. Maybe, I don't know. But it ended up being a lot more training involved, like weeks more of railroad and grounding techniques and fuel for each kind of different vehicle and aircraft and whatever. So she was like, whew, did I make a bad decision on that? But I made it through it, so. Don't be scared for her, trust me, that kid, be scared for wherever she's going. So, that's what I tell her. Me and Reagan, her name is Reagan. That was our phrase. I say, you afraid of the dark? And she'd say, you afraid of the dark? And I'd say, nah. And she'd say, Dad, things in the dark are afraid of us. And we always thought we were really cool saying that. I said, you ain't wrong. No run, Rufus. I know. We do a lot of hog hunting at night. We did. And no lights, no nothing really. We had to hunt in moonlight for these wild hogs. And if you've never been out in the woods in the middle of the night with no lights on, there's all kinds of movement out there. There's all kinds of things crunching around. But your eyes adjust and you can see. And me and her were always, this is something interesting. Go outside at night, walk around your house with your lights on. If you want to see what everybody could see that were walking up to your house, go out away from your house and make a circle around it. And you can see everything. Brent, why the letter R? I'm going to be honest with you. I have no freaking idea why these girls did that to me. Because I'm partially, I'm dyslexic for one thing. And I already can't remember anybody's names. So I just try to deal with something. I just yell something that starts with the R, and zombies can't swim. We're ready for zombies if that ever happens. What's the business with the cows? Do you milk them? Sell beef? These cows are pets They have all paid their way through to live their days forever on this farm, and their babies forever, and their babies forever. So if anything ever happens to me, y'all have to take care of them. So keep that in mind. I recommend not driving a Ranger around Rufus. My biggest recommendation. Duh, I've watched The Walking Dead. Every redneck in Arkansas has watched The Walking Dead. We ready, okay? One thing that did piss me off on The Walking Dead is, I don't know if y'all can see or not, but I have like 5 different ponds right here around me, stocked full of fish. They didn't fish much on The Walking Dead. They were starving. Do you know the amount of fish that would be on this planet if people weren't fishing? Wait, what'd I say? Well, I may buy a Brahman bull. Yeah, I can live off fish. Yes, my ponds are stocked. I'm ready. I have a spring, I have stocked ponds, I have game. But as we all know on The Walking Dead, it's not the zombies that get you, it's people. Okay, hang on, let me get off all these random subjects here. Can you tell me the cow's family tree? Okay, so I'm gonna make this really confusing. So we started with Rufus and Roxanne. They came from a farm, dairy farm. And the guy had never sold a female before. And I took my daughter with me, and this dairy farmer has 2 or 3 girls. Anyways, Paige was with me. She was only, I think, what, 3 or 4? He calls me back and he goes, "You can have one of the females." And I was like, "What? I've been trying to buy a female from this guy for 20 years probably. And they just don't sell them. They use them for replacement cows for milking." So anyways, we get Rufus, we get Roxanne, actually flip-flop to that. They are not related. And then my buddy of mine calls me and he says, "I have a bull calf. Its mama will not accept it. She is crazy and she is stomping him. And sometimes cows, when they have their first calf, they just know that something hurt them really bad and they want it away from them. It happens in humans too, but sometimes cows did the same thing." So anyways, Redford, mind you, his mother, crazy, tried to kill him. So we don't know why Redford's so crazy, but I want to say it's in his blood, you know what I'm saying? So anyways, that's where Redford came from, not related to anybody. So then Rufus, Roxanne had Rosie, which is the black calf. I'll do a live with them guys tomorrow. And yeah, trauma. And I had to tie that cow's legs up because if a calf doesn't drink colostrum, the first milk that comes out of that cow, now if you know somebody with colostrum, you can buy a colostrum. Your chances of that calf living are about less than 40%, I would say. If they don't get their mama's colostrum, they generally don't make it. But anyways, we got her tied up, got him on her, got the colostrum in him. Brought him out here. He was 2 years younger than these two. 2.5 years younger. That's where Redford came from. So then these two had Rosie, which is the black one up there at the top. And then, who was next? Ruby, the next year. These two had Ruby, which is the red and white one that's up there on top of the hill. And then Redford and Rosie had Ralph. And then, so Rufus is related to everybody here besides Rhonda and Roxanne. So a bull needs roughly 20 to 25 cows to service, to keep them busy. So when Rufus got mature, my neighbor had 7 red calves 2 years ago, and nobody was happy with me. So in order to keep him in here, I have, yeah, this is no kidding. This is my life story. Roxanne, you good, girl? Are you in like a food coma right now? Can y'all see her face? Look at her. She's like, you look like the kid on that ate all that chocolate cake. What is it, Matilda? So anyways, Rufus needed more to keep him busy, and I can't keep you, nobody can keep a bull in unless you have iron fence, steel rod fence, you know, something like that. I do not have enough metal fence in this place to keep them in. So I needed another cow that was cycled a different time than her. So Rufus would have 2 cows. Hey, I got 2 girls and 2 boys. I watched Matilda, thank you. And Mrs. Trunchbull is a B-I-T-C-H still in my book. But that cake looked good. I still think about that cake. I had some on vacation last year. It looked like that. But anyways, we got Rhonda, and we were hoping that she would have a girl. Y'all know that cake looked good. That was the biggest chocolate cake. Me and Paisley are like, damn. Shorty herd. And where was I going with that? Oh yeah, so we got her, Rhonda. She had a baby that's not related to anybody here. So her baby now, hopefully Redford didn't breed her. I did see that she had cycled the other day. She's 11 months old, which is about time. I was trying to give Rhonda a little bit more time, just her baby on this side. Before I put the other ones over here, because they're gonna be really interested in this baby. Love these streams. Thank y'all. If y'all get sick of me talking, just want to watch these cows, you can tell me to shut up and I'll just set the camera up here. Rufus did get me in trouble with the neighbors. Roxanne, you okay? You're worrying me a little bit. Roxanne, so we got her. So Rufus will have Rhonda, Roxanne, and Ruth. That'll be his 3 cows. Hopefully I can keep them all calving a few months apart, so Rufus has something to do. Because listen, guys, my biggest fear is that he starts getting out. And if you have a bull start getting out, pretty much impossible to keep him in. I would have to scrape up enough money to confine him into a steel corral and basically lock him up. We don't want that. Hang on, what'd you say? What do you have to feed costs then per month? I've been buying, well, I haven't been buying. I just bought a 1,500 pound bag. I'm gonna have to look and see when I bought this. Because I found the bottom of it today. And I'm like, I've not had this very long. So I typically feed these over here 50 pounds. The ones over there about 60 pounds a day. Now, with the grass turning green, Greg, it's Brent, bud. With the grass turning green and with the hay, the round bell, I put out round bells all at the same time. I put out 3 round bells at a time, one for the horses, one for the cows over there, and one for these guys. and they go through them about the same speed. They're about $55 to $75 a bale. Those will last them about 4 or 5 days in the winter. So a week, they get about, I don't know, $100 per side per week. So $300 a week, something like that for horses, Redford and Rufus. Damn, that seems like a lot. Maybe 200 a week. Yeah, I know. Well, okay, so he had 7 red calves. He has a black herd. He has mainly Angus and a black Baldy. And black Baldy is a Hereford cross. So I was like, okay, that was the first year for his bull. A black Baldy could throw a Hereford red. And I was thinking, okay, so we kind of sold on that. But there was one, it's number 73, came out, and that sucker literally is that same color as Rufus down to a T. The white and all the spots, got the long face like him. And I was like, I want to buy that calf from you. Without just saying, I think my bull bred some of your cows, which we both, it's like one of those things. We all knew what happened because Rufus did get out and was found in his herd of cows. And he was like, no, I'm going to keep her. What's in the chat? I'm sorry. What'd I miss? Did I miss something? Did somebody put something or somebody being ugly? Super chat. I don't know how to see once it goes up there. So the super chat, so if it's green, what does that mean? Just that it's, how long Brent been live? 63 minutes. I'm so sorry. Diana and Dan. Dane. I need to figure out how to make this bigger too, guys. What I need, I know what I should do. I should just jump on here on my other phone. I've got new phone stands coming. Right now my stupid phone stand is blocking half of, I don't know how to tap that to see. Use your iPad. I don't have any internet out here. I might be able to use my truck for a hotspot. Well, I appreciate you guys. Just know that I really do appreciate y'all. I don't have any electricity out here yet, but it's coming. I do have an Amazon deal, but I'm gonna try. Let me see if I can put the guys. It's so expensive for y'all to ship stuff for me. It costs more. Like this feed right here, I can get 50 pounds of this feed now. I can get it for like $10 or $12 a bag, $12 for 50 pounds. Y'all are paying more than that for shipping for a tiny box of something. And I'm like, that is such a waste. Let me get with the co-op that I get all my feed from. And if somebody, cream pies for kids, bulls, happy hump day. Thank you. Who was that? Tammy. Fletcher. Tiffany Smith. Thank you. What does yours say? I bought a t-shirt yesterday and would love a calendar. We have calendars with all the photos. I have 37,000 photos on my phone, and we're building a calendar out of images that have never been seen before. Of Rufus as a baby, as all the babies. Thank you for sharing. Is there any example? So I appreciate you, sir. Timo. Any cats? I have one barn cat at my house. I don't really know where it came from. I've had cats, and I've had a black cat for years, and his name was Mike. And he would get inside my house, and would just show up in random places. Okay, so we are having a crazy time with shipping to other countries. We need more church info. I'm going to do another video for the church this in the next few days. We're having so we opened up international shipping, and it figures it for you. And then we were shipping stuff, and it was we went ahead and shipped everything, but some of the shipping rates, once we got to ship it, was more than the shipping that it charged by some of the shipping was $60, $80. And we were like, what the heck? So we're still trying to figure that out. And I don't know if it's because it's changing all the time right now or what the deal is. And then at the end of it, it says, pretty much, there's a good chance that you're not going to get your shit. Rufus is a great American. Where'd he go? He just sneaks away sometimes, man. Sorry. Yeah, I don't understand the shipping. If you're on an Air Force base or any kind of U.S. military base, though, or if you know anybody on one in another country, I can send it straight to you, UPS. That is one cool thing. It doesn't matter where you're at. That was the end of my story from a while ago, actually, that I trailed off on. So the person on the German, or where was it, Germany, got it from a military base, ordered it, and it was shipped to the military base. I have a pig, and she's coming over here. I have Lucky's daughter. I don't know if y'all know that or not. Her name is Clover, and she is giant. So young. Ruby Sue is over a year old. By the time that Ruby is actually 16 months old. By the time she gives birth, she will be 25 months old, which is exactly when I get pregnant. So I don't really know what you meant. Thank you. I know it seems like they're young. Don't get around Roxanne. Aunt Roxanne's not nice. Where are you, Roxanne? Let me go in here now. Redford Crazy. Whoever just sent that, that's funny. Where did Rufus go? Oh, there he is. I'm telling you, for being 3,000 pounds, sneaks around. Get my pink bucket. Oh, you ate underneath your mom. You got feed all over you. Watch out, Roxanne will take a bite out of you. Oh, Roxanne, what's the matter? Oh, here he comes. Rod is so warm. Rufus, your breath, dude. God, he's got terrible breath. Look at him. Yeah, that's terrible breath. On the Can you hear him pumping? I don't know if y'all got enough camera angle. Roof. You okay, buddy? I do not feel safe for this feet rough. He is hard as a rock. He's showing me. Can y'all even see him? I can't even see if you can see him. He's humped up. They hump up, turn their head away from you to show you how big and tough they are. You can't move him. He's all postured. Rhonda says, "Pet me, pet me." Rhonda loves it. Roro, come here. Roro's getting, can y'all see? She's getting his tail. The dangerous spot. She loves to itch her ears and her head. Right there. But look at that ear. It's on the elbow. Oh my God. This is the best thing right here. Y'all know those blankets at the lead blanket at the dentist? That's what this feels like. It is so like a weighted blanket. It's so heavy. It feels like it's just full of lead. I don't know why it's so heavy that it is. Rufus is getting pissed off that I'm over here playing with this girl. Oh no, he found some feed spilled. Of course he did. I was like, what is he doing? She would have horns. It comes out like that and turns up really sharp. They would be black. Rufus doesn't have horns. These are actually skers. They're a type of horn. But his are actually more of a horn than a sker. I don't know if y'all can see hers. See these right here? She has them too. Hers are not attached at all. His, if you see, if he doesn't smash me, you can see it. He hates it wiggle. You see it move? He's lifted up trucks with these before. So they're attached very well, but they don't actually attach to the skull. That comes from that Hereford breed. Scurs are just, you can look them up. They really don't even know what causes it. But Herefords are known for it. He's going to get your horn hung around that panel and somehow smash me in the face with it. And probably Rhonda too. We've had some crazy stuff happen on the lives before. One day I was feeding some guys some cakes out of the back of my pickup, and Rufus wasn't paying attention, and Redford hit him so hard he about loaded him in the back of my pickup. Rufus about was in the back of my truck. Crushed my tailgate. It was awesome. Yeah, that was a good time. I went flying. I rolled like a barrel up to the back glass. What is a baby, baby? She loves her back scratches. Cows are real oily, like horses are too, though. But if you're just barehanded, your hands are black. Dude, there's nothing else to eat down there. Okay? This whole piece right here is a bone, all the way down to the tip of their nose. Hey, that was Rhonda. But it is the thickest bone, all the way down to their nose right here. And if they swat you with it, it's like getting hit with a piece of steel pipe. It's not good. Rhonda. See, if we had that mini, about that big, get him in a headlock, and we can actually fight. What are you doing, stretching? Could you see me on here dropping an elbow on a mini Hereford bull that looked like Rufus? They love it too. But you can't be, there's nothing I could physically do to Rufus that could hurt him. The rougher you were, like, just with your hands, that baby is under him. Roro, get out of there. Rufus is clumsy enough. Roro, please get out of there. Rufus is good with the babies, though. I've never seen a bull. Don't go under him, for God's sakes. Get back. Into everything. Roxanne, you good? Roxanne's prego. She's within a month. She's uncomfortable, I can tell. She's gotten bigger too. Not showing any signs that she's getting ready yet. ovulation check. Go on, Rhonda. You're gonna get me in trouble. Rufus does self-ovulation checks. He's got it. He's a bull gynecologist. What did I miss? Anything cool? Yeah. And I don't know if y'all noticed, but as Rufus gets closer to the camera, you see the size difference keep changing. These cameras do not show. Rhonda is, everything is going back into socket on Rhonda. I can kind of show y'all. One of the biggest telltale signs is for babies is this happens pretty much the day of, is right here. Rhonda, stop. I don't want to play like that. I was going to show people. I'm not showing people your butt. Okay, geez. Sometimes she feels, see how there's a big crease right here? This right here sinks in. You know, all this softens right here. And see that? That won't be there in another week or two. You see Roxanne's? This right here will get super soft. This will go down. And you'll see. Roxanne, you are ridiculous. The old farm truck is holding up. She fired right up in the cold. Uh-oh, we got a problem here. We got a problem maker. Let me get this set up somewhere. The wind's gonna be bad over here though. Case to put my phone in. Then we got old Meathead here. Look how long he is. He's a little over 11 feet long. Rufus. We're gonna have to do some work here in a minute. So no. Catches me when I'm not looking. I look down at my screen. Roro is attacking me from behind. Hey, Rufaloof. Roof. What you doing, Bubba? There is a tick on his side right there. Can y'all see that? I cannot believe freaking 16-degree weather. I'm gonna tell you right now. Y'all see it right there? Oh my God. Who's gonna go get it? How did you get one right there? Oh no. Oh man, it's gonna drive us all crazy, isn't it? Not it. Nose goes. She's about the same color though. She's actually changing color some. When last did what? I spray them? I have not sprayed them yet. I have not sprayed them yet. For the reason is because once you start, it is too early yet to spray. I'm going to treat him a little bit. But once you start, it is a battle for the rest of the summer. And the problem is, if you start too early, by the end of the summer, none of your stuff is going to work. Maybe we could throw a rock over there and knock it off. I'm kidding. We could get us that tree limb though. I don't know how a tick ends up biting through the leather. I don't think they do get through. I think they just get attached. Well, that's a really not a good posture to approach. I'm just gonna poke you with this stick. This is how I die. This is not a good idea. Get a stick, she says. Oh yeah, we got her. You're welcome. You sack of shit. No, think you needed. No, think you needed. Ronnie, you got some eye boogers. Oh, I would have had to have got it, guys. There would have been. I couldn't do that. That was like he had a stick stuck between his claws on his hoof. Some people think it's, I don't know that a lot of people live like me, but, or from Arkansas, but I have probably, you know, this is going to sound gross, but I've probably had thousands of ticks on me through my life. What you doing coming over here like that, man? Thousands. Some people get a tick on them, they're like, oh my God, I got a tick. And I'm like, bruh. Look, just scratch her head with her foot, her back foot. They're very flexible. What was we talking about? Oh, ticks. Well, it's one bad thing about this place is it's got a lot of trees, a lot of timber, a lot of woods, and we have ticks. But once I start spraying, how many fruit trees do you have? Actually, I don't have any on this place. I have a small orchard at my house, but none on this place. The only tree I planted here is a weeping willow tree, and I planted it below this pond, so I'd have a, Tracy, thank you. I'd have a weeping willow growing down below this pond, and Rufus ruined it. He actually, you know, a willow tree, you can actually twist them, and they will flex and bend, and they actually make the best switch too. And Rufus somehow managed to twist it so many times that he actually turned it into fiber. And it was about 3 years old, so it was getting about as big as my leg, and he ruined it. He did. He actually, now I want y'all to notice something. Trees, brush, trees, trees, trees. I plant one tree, ruined it. And I planted it in a swamp, and he doesn't even like going in the swamp, but he saw me after 2 years. I went down there and I was looking at it, and I was like, man, it's doing so good. Desert darling, thank you. I was like, it's doing so good. Rufus, I saw him see me go down there, and he smells anything I touch, like I leave my scent on it. Yeah, this is not gonna work. And Rufus ruined my tree. I actually saw a couple leaves on it that were still green. Roxanne, you sleeping? Look at your nose, girl. Come on. She is in like a full on. I saw her right here. I can see the whole calf move. Sorry, I'm getting over a cold. I don't know if we can see it or not. Maybe. Usually after they eat. Yeah, I think I do actually. Right here. I definitely seen something move. See right there? I'm gonna push on him, she's gonna kick me. Let's see if we can get them stirred up in there. Roxanne's like, don't touch me. Get your hands off me, boy. I've never seen a cow. Brittany, have you ever heard of stampede? No, I have not. Who was that? Janice Vineyard. Thank you. I'm so glad that Rhonda. Roxanne, you won't see her struggle much. Yeah, look, she's getting it back. That's the first pretty obvious changes. And even as cold as it is today, their bag will draw up some when it's cold. But like, it's about the size of a hat right now. She's had, what, 3 calves? This will be her 3rd. She went and laid down, and within 15 minutes she had a calf. She goes and hides though. She's a good girl. Me and her spent lots of time together. A dog got her. I don't know if y'all can see her ear. It's been ripped in half there. And then she didn't have all this stuff on her nose. She has giant scars all over her nose. And a dog got her by the nose when she was a baby. It got one of my other calves and it couldn't be saved. It got her. Her nose actually had swelled up so big. I did not know at the time that a cow cannot live basically without their nose being clear. And her nose swelled shut. So the vet came out and we put plastic tubes, had to shove them way back up in here. And we were really concerned that her nose was actually going to pop off. And he was like telling me that, and I was like, are you kidding me? I didn't know that could happen. But their nose can actually swell so much that it ruptures and it can come off. And anyways, we kept these plastic tubes up her nose, fed her, had to give her shots every day, and she healed up. And let me tell you, talk about traumatic, because this was Paisley's girl that we got. She basically got given to her, and she needed a girl and a boy to make a baby. So this cow, it's worth, I don't even know how much money I have in her. All the money. Rhonda. Paisley was so little though, and her nose was, she was a baby and her head was tiny, but her nose was bigger than it is now, swelled up. I didn't know that cows can't survive if their nose swells shut. Look at her belly sticking out, Roxanne. It's kind of funny, they all, after they eat, they gave her a shot because the dog actually got inside her mouth and it ripped the roof of her mouth. Now she was still on a bottle. She was still nursing with a bottle, so she had to have suction. and it actually ripped a big chunk of the roof of her mouth off. So I was like, there's no way she's going to be able to latch onto this bottle. So they gave her a shot. I don't know what it was, but it gave her a really strong drive to eat. And she grabbed right onto that bottle, even against that roof of her mouth. And there she is, 5 years old. And Rufus was smaller than her for a long time. So Rufus just followed her around. She was the leader. And Rufus followed her around yelling. So these two have never been separated. Where she goes, he goes. We accidentally, I don't know if everybody remembers or not, or whoever's on here remembers, we did a blood test for pregnancy. And we did the test down here in the bottom. The big fence is over here. Rhonda, do you mind ramming me in the ass right now for a second? But anyways, we did a blood test down here in a little corral. And then before the blood all curdled, let me see who that was. For a row boxing career. Yeah, I need some knee pads for her. Anna, thank you. We did a blood test down here though, and then we had to drive out down there. And somewhere along the lines, Roxanne got into the other field on the other side. And I took the blood and I ran to the vet to have it tested because it was hot in the summertime. Anyways, we didn't know why Rufus tore down my big electric fence and all my big separation fence over there, but it was because I saw on one of my cameras before Rufus showed up on that side, Roxanne was there. And I was like, because I thought she had just got there the next morning because Rufus had ripped such a big hole in the fence. But Rufus tore the fence down because Roxanne got locked on the other side of the fence. There was 4 of us there that day. I blame myself. But that's exactly why I did it. And I don't know if y'all can see or not. I'm not going to try to show you his nuts, but he's got giant scars on his legs still from it. Rufus, I was showing him the scars on your leg, dude. See, if I had that mini right now, I'd be like, gah, 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 gah. You see this horn? Worn off, nubbed? It's because he's left-handed. See how big that one is? Don't come around here. No, it's okay. I'm about to leave anyways. Rhonda, I love you, but Rufus, if you don't pay attention and there's a baby laying down there. Thank you. I missed the name on that. Let me scroll back here. Love your animals. Here's a little something for the bagels. Rufus is a bagel eating son of a gun. But let's see here. I don't know if y'all can see on those legs right there, on the white part, big old scars going through that fence. Showing them the scars on your leg, dude. The louder I get, the more aggressive I get, the more aggressive he gets. You scared the baby. Are you happy? Are you happy? Rhonda's looking at her like, she looks so teeny tiny. Why does your face itch? It's okay, Rufus. I was about to leave anyways, but I don't know if y'all can see everybody else is over there. We'll do a live with them tomorrow. We'll bring the Ranger down and we'll watch Redford scream at it if y'all want. Which one do y'all prefer to watch? Both? Redford's so goofy we never know what he's gonna do. Yeah, I think we'll try to get them. Tell you something about bulls, okay? And this is also a little note about life in general. Action beats reaction, okay? So you see me move before he moves, that's just a fact. Reacting does not beat action 9 times out of 10. You know, I'm trying to go live a couple times. I'll go live again this afternoon. I'm thinking I'm in Central Time, so I'm thinking maybe around 7-ish. Ha! Cross that, did you? Come on, man. Everybody look like a jackass here. Part of that is Roxanne's laying down over there. He can't figure out which woman he wants me not around. Wanda loves me, though. Wanda's a big old lover. She's a lover. See those little nub horns? She was dehorned, not for me. Look at this hump, though. It's not very pretty. And it feels like a giant... What it feels like is a big old booby with a really stiff implant in it. Not that I've ever felt one. I'm just saying that's what I guess it would feel like. What do you think, Rufus? I've heard they feel like that. Rufus. Rufus is about 7 inches taller than my horse, and I've fallen off my horse before, and it hurt. It's just falling off, Rufus. Not counting the afterwards part of that. Look at that. Look, she looks like a camel. It does. It feels like there's like a really stiff gristle underneath there. Like over here, it's like she feels soft and like fat. Guess. Holy shit, scared me to death. I just saw red out of the corner of my eye. I will run, guys. There is no shame in running. Okay? There is no shame in the run. Sometimes it's necessary. Most of the time, it is very necessary. What's the matter, little baby? What's the matter? It's supposed to be 90 this week. So, look, Mama does not like anybody touching the baby. She has just her senses. And she, even though she trusts me, even though she loves me, it is such a powerful instinct to not let anything around that baby. She also would like the pets for herself. Rufus' proud papa. I did not think that baby was going to come out with a dot on her forehead. Rufus, are you going to have a boy for us? I really want Rhonda. Rhonda, you got eye boogers deluxe. I really want Rhonda to have the boy. And the reason is the Brahman, their bones, her legs, I don't know if y'all can see or not, but her bones and her legs, that's why as far as a beef breed for meat, Their bones are a lot bigger. Their frame is a lot bigger underneath all that. Like, just look at her back leg right here. And let's look at Rufus's. It's big. He's twice her size. But, like, you can see hers versus his. So if we cross that with this frame, we should have hellaciously. And that baby should be a biggin. Should be bigger than Roxanne. Should be the biggest. She should be our 1,500 pound cow, maybe. She definitely got the long legs. That would be cool. Rhonda, I don't know what she weighs. I wish I had weighed her. I'm gonna see if I can find somebody with some portable scales, because I'm not taking them. Those portable scales are like 25 or 30,000 bucks, and borrowing them is kind of not realistic. Rhonda, you got a feed? Have y'all ever seen inside their mouth at all? It looks like the corners look like fur. I don't know if y'all can see. She's not gonna let me show you. You guys see all that? It looks like a fur. It looks like little plastic nipples, little rubber nipples. Those things work all the feed to the back. Just average at a truck shot. Sorry, I'm pointing you guys at an old couch on a trailer over here. That was one of those deals where for my uncle Brown, he was like, "Hey, could you help me move this couch?" So we put it on my trailer, and I'm like, "Yo, what are you gonna do with it now?" No, I don't know. We'll figure something out. He went back to San Antonio, and I have his couch on my trailer, and I'm like, "Oh, okay, all right." And guess what? I'm so petty. I'm going to leave that son of a bitch here till he comes back in a couple of months, and then I'm going to have him help me get it off there. I'm going to be like, "It's still there, bud." And if I leave it on there and nobody wants to borrow my trailer, I'm going to say it's loaded. Yep, this is that's why I'm trying to go live on here too, so that we can make sure that everybody's following the right channel. Oh, we got a little nursing action going here. There's the milk factory. Milk factory. She finally got those front quarters nursed down. That's the good stuff there, right from the tap. You gotta go to the other side, girl. I always love watching them nurse. Rhonda's like, "Can I help you?" We're just watching the baby. Where else can you watch a baby nurse, though? You know, seriously? Yeah, I'm working on those copyrights, though. Like, it's a never-ending deal. But the big boss got 600 different posts removed yesterday, and 550 something removed the day before. So she's getting them. It's really difficult on YouTube because when you're scrolling, it'll throw one of those random ones in. Oh, there was 38,000 posts on Facebook of my content. 38,000. I don't even have that many videos. What they do is they break up the long content that I have on here into 1 minute. So 15 minutes, make them 15 videos. It doesn't even make sense. So if you're watching the video, it just stops in a random spot. We're just watching Rhonda, if that's okay with you. Okay. It's actually a group of people in another country that have pretty much all of those fake pages. It's really not individuals here. It's in other countries. What a Rhonda. That right there is what you call sucking hind tit. If anybody's ever heard that expression. And the reason you don't want to do that, when you get on that back one right there, guess what your head's under? That's right. And cows poop as they feel the need to poop. And if you're on the hind tit, you get pooped on. Yeah, she's getting them, slowly but surely. Rhonda doesn't produce a ton of milk. That's one reason why I'm feeding him a little bit extra, which turns out he gets extra. Roxanne gets extra, everybody gets extra. But the extra feed gives them a lot more milk. My favorite family, Tracy from Bama. Wait a second. Are you on? Tracy, are you the Bama that sends me the boxes all the time? Thank you so much. I don't know people's names on here that I follow on some of these other platforms. There's a couple Bama. There's a Bama. I can't think of the name. But anyways, it's an older lady, and she basically was like, I was like, please, we're good. Like, no need to do anything like that. And she was like, you listen to me, young man. I will do what I want to do with what I want to spend my money on. And I said, well, I appreciate that. And she's like, straighten my ass out, honestly. I've gotten my ass chewed by 2 or 3 different older ladies, and I do not argue with them anymore. I'm telling you. Don't you tell me what I can do and what I can't do. And I was like, okay. See that quarter there? Looks like it's got a lot in it. I'm gonna milk. I'm gonna get like a big cup in a few more days. I'm gonna make sure there's no more colostrum in there. And I'm gonna milk out some milk. I'm gonna put it in the milk jug in our fridge. And I'm gonna see who drinks some of it. Oh no, thank you so much. Tracy from Bama. I'm trying to remember. The picture's so small in here, I'll have to look. This is over, I think. Rufus is. Okay, so here's how this works. In the morning, everybody eats. And if you see, most of my crazy content is in the afternoons. Everybody eats in the morning. Everybody chills. And in the afternoon, they all kind of migrate. I don't know if y'all can see or not, but there's a big old green field at the bottom below these trees. I don't know, it's about 15 acres. And when you get, that is the death zone for Rufus, okay? When I get down there, it's flat, it's soft, and he tries to take me out. How old is Rhonda and Rufus? And you get cream puffs for Rufus. Sight scene. Thank you. Rufus is 5 years old. He's got a birthday here in just a few weeks, and he will be 6. Rhonda, I think, is turning 6 right now. She could be turning 7. I think she's turning 6 though. Roxanne is just a few days older than Rufus, a couple days older than Rufus. Redford, if y'all can see him, he's standing right up there like a psycho in the corner. He is 2 years younger than Rufus. I know I have an empty jug of milk in my fridge right now, one of those half-gallon jugs, and I'm gonna milk a big giant glass full, like one of those Yeti cups in my truck, and I'm gonna pour it in there. I just got a what? Did I miss it? I don't know what half this stuff means, guys. Who sent what? Did I miss something? Well, I really appreciate you guys, and do not send me anything if you cannot afford to send something, or if you can afford to send it. But we appreciate it, and it will be put to great use. That was a 1,500-pound bag, and I'm gonna have to go back and look. I think I've been feeding everybody too much. Nikki, how's your morning going, girl? Well, we just try to do everything the best we can. But anyways, what I was saying down there is where all the craziness happens. Now, as you can see, I'm surrounded by mountains down there. So the service, look, I just heard a cow yell. Rufus heard it too. But I'm surrounded by mountains down there. My house that we're building, I don't know if y'all can see, right up there's the pad for it. There's about 300 feet elevation change between there and down there. But down there, we're gonna see how far our service will go. And down there we will, I hear a cow, man, I hate that. It's springtime and these cows. Let me tell you something about cows. The girls, they're just as bad. The girls will, he's thinking, he's turning where you can hear. The girls will go find a bull too. So like if my neighbor's bull isn't keeping up, the girls will actually come up there to the fence and they will taco Rufus into coming across the fence. And that's what we don't want to happen. Yes, he's listening. Look at his ears. Rhonda is too. It was definitely a cow. Look at him. See him start posturing when I come around the corner here. Paisley, she can strut right out through here, walk right over there and slap him right on the side of the head and pet him and scratch him. Roxanne, you okay? She was leaned up against Rufus, sleeping. Oh, good. Great. This is going to be good news, I'm sure. Maybe it was a bull. Oh, man. I don't know why they do that, but they mark their spot like that. I'm trying to trim that off. It's like not a regular poop either. It's like just like disgust. Roxanne's like, he's nasty. He's nasty. Let me wipe that off your nose, girl. I think Roxanne thinks like the big boss does with me. She's just like, just a disgusted look, but just moves on with life. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, no, whatever. Don't pay attention to it, and maybe it'll go away. No. All cattle fart. Actually, cows really can't fart. They can, but gas gets trapped in their stomach and they bloat. That's one weird thing about them. Here you go. Because they will bloat. There's actually a tube. It looks like a big old long plastic tube, and it will puncture if they bloat. You can shove it in right here. What happens is their stomach swells up just like a big old bag of air, like a big old balloon, and it will swell with that gas in it from whatever they ate, and it starts compressing their lungs, and it starts compressing on everything inside them, and they will die. They will lay there on the ground, and all four of their legs will stick up. Will then still be alive. And then you got to be careful. Johnson grass, after a big rain, a lot of nitrogen can do it. I don't have Johnson grass because we have wild hogs out here, and the damn wild hogs root the Johnson grass up, and they eat the roots. But certain things, nitrogen. They do burp a lot. They've got one stomach with 4 chambers. The first one's a giant one. It's like a huge chamber right here. It's like a great old big fermenting vat. Like a big old drum right there. That's where the first stuff goes into. And then it comes back up. They chew it again until it processes. Yeah, she's back here nursing. She likes that one booby right there. That's her favorite one, apparently. The favorite booby. Well, the wild hogs around here are very, very scarce. Matter of fact, I've not seen some in a while. So we try to keep them thinned out because they tear up so much stuff. But 2-hour mark. Yeah, I'm about to have to get to work here. But I really enjoyed this. I'll be used to it. This is not what these guys do in the afternoons. It's a little different. Once I get electricity out here too, we'll have some great lives down there in the bottom field. But we'll go live this evening, let's say 7 Central Time, something like that. And we will go to Psycho's pen, even though every time I go over there, the Ranger gets flipped over. I still have not picked up all the shit from the other night. Matter of fact, I'm gonna unload it before I go over there. The Ranger hasn't been feeling good. Yeah, we'll say right around 7. My own rule to everybody knows if the bulls meet them at the gate, you don't go through the gate. That's the rule. If the bull comes to the gate, you don't go through the gate. Well, Redford met me at the gate, and I was like, it's not my rule. That's everybody else's rule. You're stretching? That's everybody else's rule. And I was like, I can make it. Well, I didn't even get the front tire through there. And Redford was on me like stink on shit. And then from there, look at him. He's up there just staring. See him? He's psychotic. And he's a good boy, though. He's my psycho Good boy. But anyways, I didn't get the front tire through the gate before that sumbitch was going over. And I actually it was on its side, like tipping, and I just ran out. And it just goes boom on its side. And he butted it again, and somehow it flipped again. Barely touched the, he's gonna roll his face and shit down there. I don't know why Rufus don't stay clean. Oh my God. They do just like a buck deer. If anybody knows deer or knows animals that rut, they kind of go through that same thing. She's trying to get her something on her butt. I'm gonna check that out. Rhonda, you need to clean your baby's butt. Did you see her kick up all the way to her front ear? Front ear, like she has a back ear, all the way up to her ear. We got the tick off, yes. Rhonda's down in Rufus's spot. Yeah, we got the tick. Yeah, and so let me explain something before I go, though. So if you're standing up by her neck, and it's a mean cow, she can kick you standing all the way by her head. Keep that in mind. Cows are not like a horse. A horse can kick too. Horses generally kick backwards. They can kick sideways too. But a cow can roundhouse kick your ass. And if they bend, like if a cow's standing like that, obviously they can kick pretty good. But if they start curving, that puts the butt all the way over here now. Whack. And Roxanne's about killed me. Try to keep y'all safe out there, okay? Yeah, standing. I don't know what Rufus is doing. He's about to. Poor old Rhonda looks like she cleaned out the rest of the way. I see some kind of goopy on her butt. And Rufus just doesn't understand if it's time for the next breeding service. But she's just cleaning out. So he's into some not good stuff right now. But honestly, that's Rufus's game, man. Get out of there, Rufus. Gander juice. What time of day is it? How long have we been on here? 128 minutes. Well, guys, I'm going to jump off here and go work on my pad for my well. And I appreciate everybody. I'm going to see how I can look back and see everybody on here. And let's try to get back on about 7-ish. And we'll get over here and mess with old Redford some. I feel like he's being left out. Hopefully this wind will lay down. Okay, guys. My new phone. How was the footage though? Was it clear? This thing's supposed to have one of the best cameras. Well, we'll go see him. Don't worry, he's right out there. Unfortunately, we'll go see him. Very clear. Okay, good. I'm not even carrying this phone in my pocket. This is just for y'all. This one's just gonna be not beaten to shit like my other one. Okay, guys. Y'all be good and have a great day. We'll see you this afternoon.